it big here on Flow Sports TV. On defense, the Golden Bears are in the 3-4. Look for them to stack the box to stop Saffold and force Williams to throw it. Linebackers Mitchell Smiley, a sophomore, Octavius Floyd, a junior, and Austin Stevens, a senior, lead Miles in tackles of 47, 40, and 34 respectively. Last season, Miles defeated Central State 41-20. Today will be the 7th meeting between CSU and Miles College. Miles leads the series 5-1. CSU's only win came in 2013. Weather is going to be a major factor here today. Winds are 15 to 25 miles an hour, and we have rain throughout the forecast. Set to kick off for Central State. Joshua Nunez. And the ball goes out of bounds about the 23-yard line. So Miles will take over 1st and 10. Daniel Smith will lead the Miles offense out on the field. His offensive line will be Victorian, Scroggins, Lowry, Womack, and King.
Offside.
The offsides was on the kicking team. There's a flag on the play. It is declined, so Miles will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Smith in the gun. Smith in the gun, he'll hand it off, it's fumbled. Fumbled immediately. Ruiz will fall back on it. And we talked about turnovers being a huge factor in this contest, and with the weather, ball security is going to be extremely important. It's going to be a loss of 5 on the play, so now it'll be 2nd down and 15 for Miles on their own 30-yard line. One to the far side, one to the near side, tailback behind Smith. Smith looking, pressure, throws, and no, it's incomplete. It was intended for Tyree.
Pass incomplete. There is a flag on the play.
As Malik Johnson was covering on the play, there is a flag.
Offside.
It's going to be offside.
Defense. 5-yard penalty. Replay.
It's going to be offsides on Marshall, so that'll make it now 2nd and 10 for Miles on their own 30-yard line. 14:27 to go in the first quarter. If you just joined us, we're scoreless from McPherson Stadium here on Flow Sports. This is SIAC Football. It is time to do it big. 2nd and 10. One to the near side, one to the far side. Hand off, another fumble again. Picked up, though. And the ball carrier is Ruiz, and he'll fall down at approximately the 36-yard line. Footing is going to be treacherous today, no doubt about it. Whoever secures the football the most is going to win this football game. The weather is the ultimate equalizer. It'll be 3rd and 9 from their own 36 for Miles. Same formation. Miles in the white, Central State in the maroon. Smith on the gun. We got another penalty here. Smith back to throw. He's going to throw it deep downfield, intended for Tyree. Pass is incomplete, covered by number 3, Malik Johnson. Let's see what we got here. Going to have offsides.
Number 19, defense. 5-yard penalty.
So it's offsides on Central State. Now it's going to be 3rd and 4. A huge break for Miles. Central State has already committed 3 penalties in this game. 3rd and 4, Smith in the gun. One to the near side, one to the far side. Stacking the box is Central State. Fake, here comes a pass. Pass is complete, caught at the 50-yard line by Tinch. Excellent catch by Tinch, and his number's already covered with mud. So that'll be a 1st down for Miles. Ball on the 50-yard line. Brought down by Stevens, the freshman. Miles going no huddle. They'll spread you out. You're not afraid to pass the ball in these conditions. 13:25 to go. We're scoreless if you just joined us. Miles has the football on the opening drive of the contest. There's a bad snap. Smith is going to go ahead and fall on it on his own 39-yard line, so that's going to be a loss of 11. It's going to be 2nd and 21. And you can already see standing water is all over the middle of the field. Going to be tough sledding today, literally. Actually, they're going to mark it on the 41.
Ball marked at the 41.
So it's going to be 2nd and 19. Same formation, one to the far side, one to the near side. Central State, Darren Miles to throw the football. They are stacking a box. Got a safety deep. 2 corners playing off, 6 yards off the scrimmage. I believe that's Nunez standing next to him. It is. Smith's going to go ahead and throw it again. Steps up, pass is incomplete. It was intended for Tinch, the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and 19 from their own 41-yard line for Miles. Golden Bears come in here 6-1. They have big goals and big ideas. They win today. They're in the driver's seat in the SIAC West. Smith in the gun. Barks out the signals. He may be changing the play now. Or he's getting a new play from the bench. Standing on the muddy his own 36-yard line. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw deep. Intended for Tyree. It's almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by Malik Johnson, who had excellent position on that. I do not see a flag on the play. It's going to be 4th down and 19. And Miles is going to have to punt the football. Jay Fitch will come out to punt it. Set back is Delaney Brown for Central State. Boy, I got a feeling this weather is definitely the equalizer for Central State today. They love to run the football, and they've got a guy to do it in Metters and Saffold. Now we've got a whistle on the play. Let's see what that is. Got a legal substitution, and this one's going to be on Central State. That's their 4th penalty in the contest. Still going to be 4th down and about 14 for their own 46 for Miles. So they're still going to have to punt the football away. Delaney Brown back to receive it. Fitch is going to punt it away, number 41. Boy, this is going to be tough in these conditions to punt the football. Low snap, he just got it off. Ball's going to fall down. Let's see if it goes out of bounds on the far sideline. It does not. It falls short. It'll be down to the 35-yard line, so that's where Central State will take over 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Central State comes out with Darrell Williams, the freshman at quarterback, who's in for the injured Casio. You got Brandy, Hartley, Thomas, Davis, and Ellis on the line of scrimmage. Here's a rollout. Pass is incomplete. For Williams. Tried to get it over to number 83, that is Roberson. So it'll be 2nd and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Surprised Central State come out and threw the football. I figured they would go ground and pound right away. Williams doesn't have a touchdown pass all season. 2 to the near side. Got a back with him. Does Williams. Darrell Williams, a freshman, looking to pass. Pass is, oh, no, it's broken up.
Pass attempt to number 1.
It was intended for Delaney Brown. It was incomplete. Good hit there. And the linebacking core there in the secondary also for Miles. So now it's 3rd and 10 for Central State on their own 35-yard line. 11:57 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Coming to you live from McPherson Stadium on Flow Sports. This is SIAC Football and Flow Sports, and we like to do it big. Here's the gun. Williams with it, the freshman. Throws, passes, broken up again. Intended for Brown. Great job, broke that up there. It was Coleman Jr. Did a great job at great position. And now Central State will have to punt it away. Sent to punt it away for Central State. See who that is. I believe it's Isaiah Smith. It is. So Smith will punt it away. Low snap. Let's see if he can get it off. He does. Now the ball is going to roll all the way to the 23-yard line. As Wisely.
Took by Isaiah Smith down at the 23. First and 10, Miles College.
Miles does not try to attempt to pick up the ball. As Gadarius Brown made a wise move and decided to go ahead and stay away from it. 11:43 to go in the first quarter. We're scoreless. Miles will take over first and 10 on their own 23-yard line. Smith in the gun. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. He does hand it off up the middle. Still churning. Good run there. It's going to come all the way out to the 31-yard line.
Gain of 6 on the play, second down.
Good carry there. I believe it was Edwards on the carry. So it'll be second and about 3. There's a handoff up the middle again. Miles deciding to go ahead and play some pound and ground here, and I believe they got the first down. Let's see where they mark it. They do. They get a first down. So now it's first and 10 on their own 34-yard line. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side as Smith is in the gun. Maybe changing the signal. He may be changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Here's the handoff. And he stopped right there, maybe gained a yard at the line of scrimmage. Can't tell who the ball carrier is. His number is covered up with mud. See who that is to the best of our ability. It's going to be, looks like it's Ruiz. So it'll be second and 8. Marshall on the tackle for Central State. Second and 8 for Miles. There's a handoff again. Big hole. Big run. Big run there. All the way up to the 49-yard line. Looks like Ruiz with the run, and it is. It's a first down. Where's that Edwards on the carry? I cannot tell. His number is covered. So nevertheless, it's first and 10 on the 49-yard line. Cunningham made an excellent stop in open field. First and 10 on the Central State 49. Here's Smith back to pass. Dumps it. Pass is caught. 40, 35, all the way down to the 31-yard line is Harvey. Good pass to the fullback. The official takes a tumble. So that's going to be a first down. They'll put the ball right at the approximately the 32-yard line as Stevens made the tackle along with Johnson. 9:24 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Miles here on the second drive of the game, moving down the field. First time they had to punt it. Wasn't able to get a first down. This time they've received 3 first downs on this drive. Smith in the gun, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Harvey in motion. There's a handoff. Looks like the Edwards He's churning his legs. Great job. We might have had a fumble on the play. Central State thinks they've got the football. We'll see. Ball's down on the 29-yard line as Malik Johnson is fired up. And the Marauders have it. They've got it on the turnover.
Play recovered by the Marauders.
So Central State will take over on the 30-yard line. I think Stanley came up with it. Kawante Stanley came up with a fumble. So Kawante Stanley came up with a turnover. That's the first of the contest. And that could be the first of many today. First and 10 for Central State on their own 30-yard line. Darrell Williams in at quarterback for Casio, who's out for the season with undisclosed injury. Miles stacking that box. Darren, Central State to throw it. Here's a handoff, 35, 40, out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Ball carried by number 45, Saffold.
Saffold, TJ Saffold, fantastic run there. And he's got a first down. So first and 10 for Central State on their own 45-yard line. Got to get Saffold the ball. Leads the NCAA in all-purpose yards and leads the SIAC in rushing with over 900 yards. Got to get him the football on this type of day. I'm expecting Metters to carry the football too. There's Saffold again, patiently waiting. He fumbles the football. Let's see who's got it. It's Miles. So,
By number 22
Miles.
of Miles College. First and 10, Miles.
Coleman came up with looks like Coleman came up with it for Miles on the turnover. So Coleman comes up with it. Each team has one turnover, and Miles will take over. First and 10 on the Central State 41-yard line. 8:25 to go, and he's scoreless first quarter. Turnovers and the weather are going to decide this game. Who can hold on the football? Nasty conditions out there. Winds up to 25 miles an hour. And it's going to rain throughout the contest. There's Smith with it. He hands off to the far side, 30, all the way down to the 29-yard line. And that'll be a Miles first down.
First down for Miles College.
Cannot tell who's carrying that football from Miles. His jersey is covered up. I apologize for that. Smith in the gun. First and 10 on the Central State 30. That taken out of bounds by Lewis. There's a handoff. I think that's to Ruiz, and he slipped and fell. The tackler didn't have to even bring him down. He's going to lose probably a couple on there, so it'll be 2nd and 12 from the 32. He ran right into a Central State defender, and it was better he fell anyway. 2nd and 12, 7:35 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Glad to join us here on Flow Sports Television. SIAC Western Division Conference game. Ruiz is in the backfield. Can finally see some semblance of numbers. Smith in a gun, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Smith hands it off to Ruiz, 30. He's going to maybe get down to the 29. He's able to squeeze his way down there. Let's see where they mark it. Abrams brought him down. Kayleen Abrams, all conference linebacker. Here's Smith with it. He was going to pass it. He lost it. Let's see who comes up with the football. Central State says they have it. Let's see. Let's see. Do they? Or did they call it an incomplete pass? No, they did not. It is a turnover. So Central State's going to have the football. They're going to have it on their own 36-yard line. Smith lost the handle and Abrams came up with it. So Kayleen Abrams making his presence big time here in this contest. Coming up with a turnover and a tackle on the previous play. Central State on offense. 6:23 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Marauders only have 1 first down to this point. Here's Williams back to pass. Tried to get it over to Delaney Brown. It's incomplete. It's covered by Coleman Jr. So it'll be 2nd and 10. I'm surprised the teams are still trying to throw the ball downfield in these conditions. They're trying to loosen up the defense and get as many men out of the box as possible. No score, 6-18 to go in the first quarter. Second and 10. 2 to the far side. Tailback behind Williams. Faked it to Saffold. He's going to roll out. Here he's with it. He's with it. Williams, 40 maybe out to the 41. Actually, they're going to mark him out right at the 40 on the near side.
Williams.
So Darrell Williams goes out on the 40, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
At the 40, 3rd down.
3rd and about 7. Going to have to get to about the 47 for a first down. Let's see what Cedric Pearl and company dial up here. Pearl in his 6th season. His record is at CSU is 18-39. Reginald Ruffin, the head coach of Miles in his 8th season, is at 51-31. Big game for Central State if they want to stay in the West race. Here's Williams trying to get away from a defender. He gets it away. Good pass. Pass is caught by Greenhow, number 6. It's going to be well short of the first down as he goes out of bounds on the near sideline at the 4. So now Central State will have to punt it. And Isaiah Smith will come out and do the punting. Let's see who's back to receive for Miles. Looks like Gadarius Brown. So he's set to receive. Let's see if they try to go after this punt. The snaps have not been very good in these conditions. Now, not a good snap at all. It was partially blocked. And it's going to go out of bounds on the Central State 46-yard line as Fitch did a great job.
Smith out of bounds at the 47. 1st and 10, Miles College.
Isaiah Smith, did a great job just to get it off.
Marauder fans, if you can't make it to the game, CSU has you covered. Fans, you can listen to all Marauder home events on the Gem City Sports Network.
Here come the Golden Bears.
Video on the Marauder Sports Streaming Network.
Field position is going to be huge in this football game, along with turnovers. And most of this game, it's been played on the Central State side of the field. 1st and 10 on the 47 for the Golden Bears. Smith at quarterback. He fumbles the football. He does pick it up. He's able to avoid a defender, and then he falls. That defender was number 4, Kewante Stanley. It's going to be 2nd and long for the Golden Bears. 2nd and long on their own 49-yard line.
Loss of 4 on the play.
2nd and 14. 4:30 to go in the first quarter. We're scoreless. Weather, I think the rain has let up just a little bit, but the wind is certainly not. It's certainly picked up. Smith in the gun. He hands it off. Big hole. All the way down to the 43-yard line. He might have fumbled the football. He was juggling in the air. Let's see if he still has it. He does. And that's Ruiz, and he almost fumbled that football in midair. A couple of Bears brought him down. One of them was Marshall.
3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd and about 7 for Miles on the Central State 46-yard line. Scoreless, 3:38 to go in the first quarter. Big play here for the Central State D. They only have 6 in the box. They're expecting them to throw the ball here. Let's see if Miles comes up with a draw. Nope, they're going to pass it. Smith is going to roll out. He's at the 50. He's at the 45. He's going to dump it. He's got a first down on the far side of the field. And it's going to be first down for Miles. Heck of a play there by Smith. Heck of a job there to avoid the rush.
Pass complete by Miles Collins. Pass complete for number 12. Lee.
Heck of a catch there by Antonio Lee.
Was out of bounds when we talked about. Therefore, incomplete pass.
So they're calling an incomplete pass.
Fourth down.
So he didn't have control of the football. So it's going to be 4th down, and Miles is going to have to punt it away. Boy, it's a great job by Smith to roll out. Lee just wasn't able to hold on the far sideline. 3:13 to go in the quarter. Here's Fitch to punt it for Miles. Back to receive for Central State. Can't tell who that is from here yet. Pretty good punt despite the conditions. He got it off quickly. Picked up on the 8-yard line. Now he's going back to the 5. That's Brown. He's standing almost in his goal line, and he's going to be dropped right at the 2-yard line. So, Delaney Brown did not make a wise decision there.
Number 1 Brown.
Central State is going to have to go a long way to get it in. 98 yards. Cannot turn it over here. If you run the ball 3 plays and punt, and you're able to punt the ball away, that's still a good job in these conditions. But this is probably the best side of the field, along with the other side from about the 20s, to throw the football. Because from the 30 to the 30, the field is quite muddy, especially on the Central State end. 3 minutes to go in the scoreless first quarter. Coming to you live from McPherson on Flo Sports TV. This is SIAC Football, and we do it big, and we've got a big-time matchup here. Central State an underdog, but they've got a chance today with the weather being the equalizer. There's a handoff. Ball carry stacked up right at the line of scrimmage.
Number 45 Saffold with the carry. Gain of 2 on the play.
Gain of 2. They're going to give him 2 on that.
Second down.
Williams Jr. Company on the tackle. This is going to be 2nd and 8 from their own 4. 2:30 to go in the scoreless first quarter. Boy, Miles has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the box. If you're Central State, you just want to try to get a first down running it 3 times. They're going to decide to throw it with Williams to roll out. Pass is caught to Brown. Is nailed right there at the 5-yard line. Good strong tackle by Coleman Jr.
And the 3 on the play, 3rd down.
3rd and long. Got to get out to the 12-yard line for a first down. Great tackle there by Coleman Jr. Beautiful technique. No chance was he going to get away. Wrapped him right up. 1:40 to go in the first quarter. 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Williams in the gun. He's got Saffold behind him. Now we got a time. Official blew the whistle right before the play. We're going to get a timeout, as Central State will take a timeout. 1:27 to go in the first quarter.
Central State.
Just want to let everybody know that all eyes are on the Eastern Division. As the SIAC Football Conference will have its championship game on the 16th of November. Visit the SIAC Conference website for conference and championship gear. And also get your tickets today. That should be a fantastic game. Also, we've got some volleyball in Rock Hill, South Carolina for the 2019 SIAC Volleyball Championship. Runs from November 18th to the 20th. If you follow the SIAC on social media, which I do, you can get full coverage from this tournament. Going to be 3rd and long for Central State. Here's Williams rolling out. Tried to get it to Greenhow. It went off his hands. and shoved out of bounds.
Number 6 Greenhouse, incomplete, 4th down.
Now it's 4th down and Central State will have to punt it away as Jay Fitch and company will come on. No, excuse me, Isaiah Smith and company will come on. .123 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Boy, I'll tell you what, Miles is going to get huge return here if they can. Get some great field position. Got a chance here. Set to return it is great Darius Brown. Brown, the only one back there. Let's see if they come after him. They do. He's able to get it away. It's not a great punt. Well, that takes a great bounce, though. And a good job there, and the ball will be down to the 43-yard line.
1st and 10, Miles College.
So that's where Miles will take over on the Central State 43-yard line. Great job there. Isaiah Smith to get that punt off. Daniel Smith in at quarterback. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Ruiz in the backfield. Or Ruiz, excuse me. He's going to hand it off to him, 40, right down in the teeth of the defense, down about the 39-yard line. Churning his legs, getting as much as he can.
4 on the play, 2nd down.
Good tackle there by Marshall. He's able to bring him down on the 30-yard line. Good run. That's good. 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Miles. That's what you want. 4 yards a carry in this weather, or any weather. Try to wear the defense down. Gonna hand it off again. 30, 25, 20. Still on his feet all the way down to the 15-yard line. That's Edwards on the carry. All the way down to the 15-yard line. Great job by the offensive line. Got a fantastic push. And he hit a big hole. Brought down by Johnson and Cunningham in the secondary. If you're making tackles in the secondary, it's not a good sign. About 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Let's see if they get the play off, or if they're content to let it run out. They do. So that is the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless. Miles has great field position. You're listening to the SIAC Football on Flo Sports Television. Getting ready to start the second quarter here. We're scoreless between Central State and Miles. Here on the this is SIAC Football, and it's time to do it big here on Flo Sports Television. 1st and 10 for Miles as they have it on the Central State 15-yard line. Waiting for the officials to set the ball down. We'll get ready. 1st and 10 on the 15. Edwards with him. Edwards hands it off. He's going to slip. He's not going anywhere. He's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No chance.
Edwards, no gain on the play.
It'll be 2nd and 10. Ready dropping with the line of scrimmage was Marshall and company. As Marshall's able to get great penetration, he's had a really good first quarter in this game. Fantastic job. 2nd and 10 for Miles on the Central State 15. There's a handoff again. Good running there. All the way down to the 8-yard line. Good hole there for Edwards. So it's going to be 3rd and short. 3rd and about 4, a long 4. just inside the 10-yard line of Central State. Getting some. Smith took the play from the bench. He'll come back out. He's got 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. I think it's Ruiz in the background, in the backfield with him. Cannot tell. Jersey is all covered up with mud. Gonna hand it off. No, he's gonna fake it. He's got a chance to get in the end zone. Oh, he tried to get in. He's brought down as Smith right on the 1-yard line. Fantastic RPO there. He faked it, and Smith took off to his left. And now it's 1st and goal for Miles. I love how Daniel Smith ran that play. He made a beautiful decision, brought down by Williams. So now it's 1st and goal, and if you're Smith, you just want to fall forward here. But I guess you're not going to because you're in the shotgun. Let's see if they actually take it. Under center, they do not. First and goal on the 1. There's a fake, and Smith is going to carry it in. Again, great job on the RPO. And Smith has a touchdown. Daniel Smith for the touchdown, 1 yard in. And Miles leads at 6-0 with 12:50 to go in the second quarter. Daniel Smith. Here comes the extra point. Hamill will be on to attempt it. Bradley Hamill for Miles. Oh, bad snap. The ball is loose. Central State has a chance to pick it up. It's still rolling around. Cunningham will get it, but he's not able to get up. And the extra point is no good. Let's see if that becomes a huge point in this contest, because instead of 7-0, it's 6-0. Special teams and the weather conditions today are going to affect this contest. It's 6-0 Miles, and a great job there by Daniel Smith running the RPO on the last drive. I mean, they had Central State fooled. They thought they were going to hand it off up the middle twice. And Smith went to the near side of the field twice, and one was for a touchdown, a 1-yarder. And that's the difference if you just joined us. 6-0, 12:50 to go in the first half. Hamill will kick off for Miles. Boy, they're going to have to go ahead and... Thought they were maybe going to have to hold it for a minute, but not. So Hamill will kick it away. Set to receive for Central State. You don't have to worry about that. It's caught right there at the 31-yard line. That was a heck of a catch. Wow. Running that ball going on a squib kick, and I can't tell who it is because his jersey is covered with mud. Somebody in the press box is able to tell me that'd be awesome, but I can't tell myself. Nevertheless, that was a great catch. Stevens is the one that did it. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. What a heck of a catch by Stevens. I mean, he gave Central State excellent field position on the kickoff. That ball could have went all the way down to the 10-yard line easily. So they'll take over Central State because they'll have it on their own 33-yard line after the kickoff. Love that play made by Stevens, the freshman, who's starting at linebacker today for Williams, who's out for the season. Williams in at quarterback, Darrell Williams. Handoff, and that's going to be a loss for Saffold. He had no chance. He's brought down by a few of the Golden Bears there back on the 28-yard line. Boy, they sniffed that play out from Jump Street.
Second down.
And Williams Jr. on the tackle, Ozzie, number 30, the linebacker, did a great job on that play. Nice one-on-one tackle. That's a loss of about 3. So it's going to be 2nd and 13 for Miles. On their own 29-yard line, down 6-0, 12:15 to play in the half. Here's a handoff to Saffold, big hole. He's still churning his legs. 3 defenders trying to bring him down. Look at him being pushed from the
Ball carried
pile.
by number 45,
He's going to get it all the way
Saffold.
up to about the 30-yard line. It's going to be 39-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short. Great run by Saffold, and I like what Central State did. They decided to go ahead and push that pile for Saffold and get him about 5 or 6 more yards. So it's about 3rd, and we'll say a long, short 3. Darrell Williams waiting for it. He's got Saffold in the background. He's got Brown on the near side. A 3 on the far side. Williams looking deep. He's got one-on-one with Brown. Oh, he had it, but he dropped it on the near sideline. Great coverage by Coleman Jr. Delaney Brown had that one. But it's tough to catch the ball in these conditions. And that's probably the reason why he dropped it. And it's going to force Central State to punt, which we've seen a lot of work from the punters this afternoon, and we're going to see a lot more. Points are going to be hard to come by in this contest unless we get fumbles returned for touchdowns or an interception. Got a timeout here by Miles. That's their first of the half. So 6-0.
Thank you to the Central State Athletic Boosters Club for your support in 2019.
Miles leading over Central
Now,
State.
you can support Marauder Athletics by joining the CFB.
You know, I just want to let everybody know that the SIAC is the first league across all 3 divisions to have a league-wide apparel deal with Nike. That is just awesome. And also, this is a wonderful stat here. This conference has led the NCAA Division II and home football attendance for 16 consecutive years in 27 of the last 29. And also, SIA schools are ranked among the top in HBCUs as ranked by the U.S. News Best HBCUs report. So now they're going to punt it away. Isaiah Smith will punt it away for Central State. He got it off. He shanked it. Might get a big bounce. No, he does not. It's going to roll down on the 42-yard line, so that's where Miles will take over on their own 42-yard line. Glad to bring you this contest here on Flow Sports. It is definitely cutting edge and innovative. Just really enjoyed this contest thus far. It's been a really good football game, despite the weather. Really crisp, solid tackling. And the running backs have done a good job keeping their footing despite the circumstance. First and 10, Miles. On their own 40-yard line, they lead 6-0, 11-14 to go in the quarter. There's a handoff.
Ball carried by number 22, Ruiz.
That was Ruiz on the run. It's going to be about 2nd and 7 on their own 43-yard line. Nice tackle there by Moss.
2nd down.
Defensive line for Central State has done a really good job despite time of possession. Miles has got to be leading at 2-1. They have had the football a lot, and their defense has done a fantastic job hanging in there. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. There's a fake by Smith. He's got it. 50, he's going to slide down, and I think he's going to get the first down. He slid right there on the 50, and he's got it. So the seniors got the first down on the RPO, and I'll tell you what, that has been the best play for Miles so far on offense today. They have got Central defense sucked in the middle, and then he's able to take it outside. Actually, it's going to be 3rd and short. It looked like he had the first down to me, but it'd be 3rd and 1 on their own 49-yard line. Looked like he had it, but that's okay. He's got it now. It doesn't matter. Big run. That's Edwards, and he's still churning his legs as several Marauders bring him down. And it's going to be a first down for Miles on the Central State 25. Edwards churning them legs. Big time run. Took several defenders to bring him down. And I mean several. And I loved how he hung on to the football. He was not going to fumble it. 2 hands and tucked it away. On the 25, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. There's a handoff again. Big hole for Edwards. 10. All the way down to the 7-yard line.
Ball carrier number 22, Ruiz.
Excuse me, that was Ruiz. I just can't tell who the ball carriers are due to all the mud on the uniforms.
Result of play, Miles College, 1st and goal.
So Miles College's offensive line starting to assert itself. Led by Scroggins. 1st and 10, Miles on the Central State 8-yard line. Looks like they're going to blitz to Central State. Smith kept it. He should have handed it off. But he might get down to the 5 anyhow. He does. He gets shoved out of bounds. Looked like he had a better hold there if he handed it off. But Smith decided to keep it on the RPO. And they're going to give it to him on the 4-yard line. So it's 2nd and goal on the 4. 8:40 to go in the half. Miles up 6-0. And looking to knock on the door to get some more. And a touchdown here would be huge for Miles. And an uphill climb battle for Central State, no doubt about it. The Marauders need to come up with a big play here. Turnover, something. Cannot let them go in for a touchdown here. Spreading them out. Edwards in the backfield. I can tell now that is him. They're going to give it to him. He's pushing, he's churning. It's going to be brought down to the 3-yard line. Good play there.
Edwards with the carry.
Looks like
3rd down and goal.
Stanley and Marshall on the tackle. Slaughter get on that too. So now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 4, and this is a big play for Central State. Hold them to a field goal attempt, you may block the field goal. Or Miles just might decide to go for it because the field conditions aren't worth it. We'll see what Smith does here with the football. He's waiting for it. He hands it off. Going to be nailed right there for a 2-yard loss. That's Ruiz, and he had no chance. That defensive line busted that play up. And led again by Marshall. He is the man of the hour for Central State today. No doubt about it. Fantastic football game by Dante Marshall. And now it's going to be 4th down. What do they decide to do? Do they try to go for a field goal here, or do they go for it? It'll be about ball's on the 5-yard line. They're going for it. 6-yard line, actually. 4th down. Big play for Central State. You hold them here, you're right in it. You don't, down 2 scores in this weather, maybe a lot. But we've got a timeout, and that's going to be taken by Miles. As Reginald Ruffin will go ahead and think about it. In his 8th season at Miles with a 51-31 record. So let's see what they do. I think they might try to bring the field goal unit on the field to try a field goal. It's not far away, but the conditions are so tough. Let's see if they do. They are. They're going to bring on the field goal kicker. I think this is a smart move by Miles. Take the points if you can get them. This will be Jay Fitch. And this will be about a 23-yarder. 23-yard field goal attempt, a big one. Snap is high. The kick is up. It's no good. It's blocked. Got a piece of it. So Central State will take over, only down 6-0. Kick was low. Snap was high and was blocked. Couldn't tell who blocked it. Great penetration, but the kick was low. And Central State will take over. So far, we'll see who did block it. Tell us momentarily. Nevertheless, Central State will take over. First and 10 on their own 20-yard line. There's a handoff. That was Lanier on the carry. He didn't go anywhere. We might give him one, and that's generous.
Ball carried by number 27.
Jerry Lanier went nowhere on that.
Second down.
Great tackle there by Thomas. He's able to get over from his position and bring him down. It's going to be second down and 9. We'll call it on their own 20-yard line for Central State. That field goal was blocked by number 24 for Miles. Mitchell Smiley on the block. Here's Williams on the pass, one-on-one. Did he catch that with one hand? No, he did not. I think it was off his hands and intercepted. Boy, it was almost a one-handed catch on the far sideline. But Miles came up with the interception. Let's see who came up with it. Cannot tell. We're just so far away on that far sideline. With all this rain, it's reducing our visibility greatly. Miles says they have the football. Central State thinks it's an incomplete pass. Central State had the pass momentarily. It wasn't able to hang on, and I think the Miles defender took it away.
The rule on the field, the ball was intercepted by on top. First down.
So Miles,
no flag on the play.
No flag on the play. Miles is going to take over on the interception. It'll be first and 10 on their own 41-yard line.
First and 10, Miles College.
So far, a little bit of stats here. Miles College has 134 rushing yards at this point. Central State only has 25. They've averaged about 5.5 yards a carry. Central State 3.5. To me, that is just huge, and that is why Miles College is winning this football game. They're winning the line of scrimmage up front. First and 10 for Smith and company on their own 41-yard line. 5:40 to go in the half, 6-0 Miles. There's a handoff. Ball carrier, 50, 45. See where he went out of bounds. Ruiz on the carry. So it's been the Ruiz and Edwards show, and we do have a player down for Central State at the 40-yard line. So we'll go ahead and check on him and see who that is. No way I can tell. But we do have a flag on the play. It's going to be holding on number 86, which is Tinch on the offense. So we do have an injury timeout. So we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. You're listening to SIAC Football on Flow Sports Television. Richard Gaskins was the injured defender for Central State as he's taken off the field. It's going to be first down for Miles on their own 41-yard line. It's going to be got about 20 yards to go for a first down on the holding penalty. 5:29 to go in the quarter. They're up 6-0. There's Smith. He'll hand it off to the ball carrier. He's dragged down right about the 32-yard line. He might have got a yard. Good pursuit by the Central State defense. That was Ruiz on the carry.
Second down.
It'll be second and long. Second and about 19. Boy, in this weather, you're going to have to get to the sidelines if you're going to make a pass, because down the middle of the field, you're taking a chance on the receiver slipping. 4:58 to go in the quarter. 6-0 Miles. There's a pass to the sideline. It is caught, but his knee is down right there on the far, pretty close to the far sideline. It's going to be third and long. Third and long. 4:38 to go in the quarter. Clock ticking. Edwards is the one that caught that pass. It's going to be third and long. I don't know. If you're Miles here, do you run a draw? Play field position and punt. We'll see what they do. They got 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Nope, fakes it to Smith, and he's going to get dropped, and he is dropped. He wasn't fooled at all. Beautiful open field tackle right down on the 28-yard line. Boy, what pursuit and penetration there.
Number 1, Smith, brought down by number 46, Holtz.
Holtz did a great job of bringing him down there. Boy, I love that play Holtz made. He was not fooled by the RPO, and now it's 4th and forever for Miles, and they'll have to punt the ball away as Jay Fitch is going to punt it away. 3:35 to go. It's really not a bad play in this football game is to punt it here. It just isn't. Points are going to be at a premium. 6-0. Not a good snap. Oh, he faked it. No, he is going to kick it. Boy, he might have got the first down, but I doubt it. Good punt, though, and it's going to be down right at the 28-yard line. Boy, for 1 second I thought, what guts. But we do have a flag on the play. I thought, is he really going to fake it on 4th and forever and punt it in these conditions? He looked like he had some room to run there on the far sideline as we wait for the flag to come down. Then he wisely kicked the ball away. Boy, that would have been really interesting had he decided to fake it. Odds are he wouldn't have made it, but it would have been fun to watch. Let's see what the penalty is. Still waiting. Holding.
Number 90.
It's holding on Miles. So it's going to be 10 yards and forced from the spot. So with 3:15 to go in the quarter, Miles up 6-0. Central State's offense will come back on the field. Ball's going to be on the 38-yard line after the 10-yard penalty. So Williams is out there. Got Greenhow to the near side. There's a handoff on the play to Lanier. Fights his way and gets out to about the 44-yard line. There's a flag on the play. I think it's going to be holding. Number 51 says, you got to be kidding me. It can't be on me. And it is. It's holding. So that's a 10-yard penalty. And they'll replay first down. It's James Davis on the hold for Central State. He's like, me? And the referee's like, yes, you. So negated a decent run there. And now we've got 2nd and forever. Got to go out to the 48-yard line for the first down. There's a handoff. Pretty decent hole there. It stopped in the slot is Lanier. Right about the 32-yard line. Looked like it was going to go somewhere at first, and then he was tripped up. Wells did an excellent job on that open field tackle. Good play by the strong safety, Wells, who's creeping up to the line of scrimmage frequently today. So now it's going to be 2nd and long. 2:20 to go in the half, 6-0. Miles leading. If you just joined us here on Flow Sports, as you can see, the weather conditions are playing a huge factor in this contest. As Williams rolls out, he's able to get away from a defender. 34-yard line, driven out of bounds on the far sideline. Boy, I thought Williams was going to squirt loose for a minute and make it exciting, but good pursuit by the Miles defense. It's going to be 3rd and long. Got to get out to the 48-yard line. You're on the 34, so you got about 14 yards to go. 1:50 to go in the half. Tick-tock, the clock moving on Central State. They do have timeout. Let's see, they do have 2 timeouts remaining. Miles has 1. They're up 6-0. Kind of hurried up here if you're Central State, but then again, maybe you're not in a hurry. You don't get the first down, you can punt it away and only go down by 1 at the 6 points, 1 score at the half. There's a handoff to Saffold. He's dropped on the far side.
Ball carrier number 45, Saffold.
He's going nowhere, and he's going to have to punt it away. Does Central State as Isaiah Smith will come out. Kadarius Brown is set to return for Miles. Clock moving, 1:02 to go in the half. 6-0. Miles over Central State. Here on Flow Sports. There's a punt, a high one. See if he gets it off. He does. Great job to get it off. Another high snap. Ball's rolling around. You don't want to pick that up. No, you don't. Brown does not. Wise decision. And is down right there on the 35-yard line with 34.8 to go in the half. And they're up 6-0. And you're on the muddiest side of the field. I'm thinking you run the football or you take a knee and get out of here. Even though the Marauders have 2 timeouts, but you're up 6-0. You don't want to fumble it here and give the Marauders a chance at a touchdown in the closing seconds of the first half. See what they do with it. Antonio Lee on the near side. They got 2 on the far side, 2 on the near side. Fagan's in motion. They hand it off, and that's Edwards, and he's right in the middle of that slop. And he's tackled by several Marauders on the 43-yard line.
Ball carried by Edwards, second down.
It's by Edwards, and that's it. Miles is going to go in the half wisely, up 6-0. I think that's the wise call. So Miles leading here, Central State at halftime here from McPherson Stadium in Wilberforce, Ohio. You're listening to the SIC Football on Flow Sports Television. This is SIAC Football, and it's time to do it big. Welcome back here to McPherson Field here at halftime as Miles leads Central State 6-0 on a 1-yard touchdown run by Daniel Smith. The snap on the extra point was high. They weren't able to get it. It was fumbled, and Central State recovered it. So Miles leads at 6-0. That's where we stand right here at halftime. I'll tell you what, Miles, they controlled the line of scrimmage in the first half. They were able to outrush Central State. They were able to open up holes for Dante Edwards. He had 8 carries for 66 yards. 26-yard run was the longest one he had. It was about 8 yards a carry. Justin Ruiz had 14 carries for 69 yards. His longest run was 18 yards and 4.3 a carry. And then Daniel Smith contributed. He had 6 carries for 19 yards. He did score the touchdown, which Miles leads 6-0 at this point. Smith 3 for 6 for 21 yards passing. You can see the weather conditions outside, and more importantly, the condition of the field. It's going to be tough sledding to throw the football in the second half. Receiving for Miles, Montavious Tinch, 2 catches for 13 yards. His longest one was 9 yards. DeAndre Harvey, he caught one for 17 yards, and those were the tight ends. So Miles did not have any catches from their wide receiver core, which came into this game highly touted. So the field conditions has taken away that aspect of the game for Miles. For Central State, Saffold had 6 carries for 28 yards. His longest run was 15 yards, about 3.3 yards a carry. Williams, the quarterback, 2 carries for 6 yards. His longest run was 4 yards. And Jerry Lanier had 2 carries for 4 yards. Passing, Williams went 2 for 9 with an interception for 2 yards. Delaney Brown caught 1 pass for 2 yards. That's it. Now, the punters, Fitch and Smith, were very busy. Isaiah Smith had to punt the ball 5 times, averaging 27 yards in these weather conditions is pretty good. Strong wind going 15 to 25 miles an hour, and it's going to rain throughout the second half. Jay Fitch did a good job. 3 punts for 96 yards, averaged about 32 yards. His long was 42 yards, as was Smith. Jay Fitch did get one inside the 20, and special teams is going to be huge in the second half, along with field position and turnovers are going to decide the football game. You only look at this. Look at the field from the 30 to the 30. It's nothing but mud on the inside. Who can get the ball out on the perimeter where the field conditions are better? That offense has a better chance to be successful. In the tackles department, for Miles, Maxwell Wells has 4 tackles in the first half. Ozzie Smith had 3 unassisted, 1 assisted for 4. Jalen Thomas had 2 tackles, 1 was assisted, and Rodney Coleman had a tackle. For Central State, Stanley had a really good first half. He had 6 tackles. Powell had 6. Kayleen Abrams had 5, and Dante Marshall, who to me was a huge factor in the first half, ended up with 5 tackles. But I tell you what, I'm sure he was in on more. But with the field conditions, he was probably in on several tackles near the pile. It's hard to give him credit for extra tackles. First downs in the half. Miles College had 9. Central State had 2. And the total plays for Miles, 34 plays for 153 yards. Central State only had 32 yards of offense in the first half. So it's 6-0 Miles leading over Central State. We'll get ready to start the third quarter momentarily. You're listening to SIAC Football on Flow Sports. Getting ready to start the third quarter here. Wilberforce, Ohio, McPherson Stadium between Miles and Central State. Miles leading at 6-0 on a 1-yard touchdown run from senior Daniel Smith. As you can see by the field conditions, it is treacherous in the middle of the field. If you can pass the ball, you're going to have to get it out on the perimeter as we get ready to start the second half. Set to kick for Miles is Bradley Hamill. And here we go. Good kick by Hamill despite these conditions. I don't know if the ball was touched or not. I don't think it was. It's going to be a touchback. So Central State will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. And they're going to have to do something on offense. They only have 32 yards of total offense here in the first half. Got to be able to somehow move the football. Going to have to win that line of scrimmage. It's going to have to be up to the big uglies up front to move the pile and give chance for Saffold and Lanier and Metters and company. Let's see if Metters carries the ball. He didn't get a carry at all in the first half, and I would think this would be Metters' type of weather, especially in the muck between the 30s. Right in the middle of the field. Give it to that powerful fullback. See what he can do. 1st and 10 for Darrell Williams and company. And we've already got a flag on the play. It's not a good start here to the second half. Let's see what it is. It's going to be a legal procedure, false start on Central State. So now it's going to be 1st and 15. Ball is going to be placed on the 20-yard line. So that was on number 51 for Central State. That's Davis, the offensive lineman. That's not what Central State needs. They ain't be able to pass the ball. They ain't be able to run it. See if they can change the narrative here in the second half. There's a handoff to Lanier. Lanier churning his legs. Good drive there by Lanier. He got it about right back to the original line of scrimmage. Good job by Lanier. Going to take him right to about the 25-yard line. Got that on his own. Brought down by Zachary and Moss. Here's a pitch and a fumble. Oh, it was going to be picked up. He tried to pick it up and score instead of falling on it. Let's see who comes up with it. Oh, not a good pitch. Wasn't able to hold it. Miles did come up with it. Boy, just not what the doctor ordered here in the second half for Central State. The worst possible outcome has come along. The fumble was picked up by number 52 Miles. That's Zachary. And, boy, they're in business. 1st and 10 on the Central State 17-yard line. Boy, it was not a good pitch. It's a tough play to make in these conditions. You got to hand the ball off. And now Miles has great field position. The worst possible outcome for Central State. Daniel Smith in at quarterback. Start the second half. He's got Lee on the near side. Tyree on the far side. He's got Ruiz with him. Ruiz trying to get around the corner. He's still on his feet. Good job by Ruiz. I thought he was going to get stopped right there at the line of scrimmage. He's able to inch his way down. He might have got 5 yards on the play. 4 or 5 as several players had to bring him down. Boy, excellent run by Ruiz. Good job. 13:57 to go here in the third quarter. Miles leading at 6-0 on a 1-yard run, touchdown run by Daniel Smith. You're on Flow Sports. You're listening to the SIAC Conference. This is the SIAC Football, and it's time to do it big, and we've got big-time matchups for you coming up in the near future every weekend. About second and about 7. 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6. We'll say 7. There's a handoff to Edwards. He's trying to get away. He can't. Wrapped up there right at the line of scrimmage. Great job. Can't tell who that is. His jersey's covered up with mud. That is number 4, Stanley. Great job by Stanley. Great penetration from his linebacker position to get in there and wrap up Edwards. He had no chance. Now it's 3rd and long. We'll say 3rd and 7 again. Maybe a long 6 for Smith and company. Just inside the 15-yard line of Central State. They're up 6-0. 12:48 to go in the third quarter. Big defensive stop here for Central State. There's a handoff, and he's not going anywhere. Boy, he's stuffed and cuffed right there at the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit by that Central State defensive line. Edwards is stopped. Great job by Holtz. Great penetration. He just said, no, not today. So now it's going to be 4th and long, and now a decision is going to have to be made by Reginald Ruffin. What are you going to do? Do you try a long field goal? You already had one blocked. Or you just go ahead and go for it here and try to get the first down to the 8-yard line. You've got about 4th and 7. I like the start for Central State in the second half on defense, especially on the defensive front. They've got that box stacked. 7 or 8 of them in there, at least 8. There's a handoff, not going anywhere. Stuffed to the line of scrimmage is the ball carrier. And Central State's going to take over. Ruiz, nowhere. And Central State will take over. So Central State turned it over, but their defense bailed them out. And now they'll have the football on their own 15-yard line to start for their second drive of the second half. Stevens did a great job there on that tackle, stopping Ruiz. Ruiz had no chance. There's Darrell Williams with it. He'll hand it off. There's Lanier, stiff an arm, still trying to get away. He can't. Great tackle there. Fantastic tackle by Coleman. Boy, Coleman wrestled Lanier down. Wells wrestled Lanier down. No way was he getting away. Lanier did a good job trying to stiff arm, but you've got to hang on to that ball with 2 hands. And he could have easily lost it there. It's going to be 2nd and 9 on the 16 for Central State. 11:15 to go in the third quarter. They're down 6-0. 2 scores could win this football game. Williams in the gun, looking, pass, down the sidelines, has Goodlow with him. Did he get it? He said he didn't. Boy, I thought he got 1 foot in. So does Tyree. Tyree standing right there pleading his case. Come on, man, give it to me. I thought Goodlow had 1 foot in, but nevertheless, it's going to be 3rd and long. So 3rd and long for Darrell Williams and company, the freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio. What are you going to do here? Now we've got a stoppage of play. And the officials will huddle here. $10:27 to go in the third quarter. A lot of time remaining. So you can hold on to the football in this weather. Has the best shot to win it. Turnover.
Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 10:33.
They want the clock operator to set the game clock to 10:33. And if you're Central State, you'll take the 6 precious seconds.
Thank you. It will start on the snap.
You're only down by 6. The ball will start. Clock will start right on the snap. Here's Williams with it. He'll roll out. He throws far side. Oh, was it intercepted? It was. And it's going to be for a touchdown. Boy, that was not a good throw. It was red from Jump Street. And Miles leads it now 12-0 with 10:24 to go in the half. So 12-0 on the interception.
Pass intercepted by Miles College, good for a Miles College touchdown.
Here comes the extra point. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. Right down the middle, 13-0. Miles leading Central State.
The score, Miles College 13, Central State 0.
Try to find out who made that interception on the far sideline. We'll get it to you as soon as we can.
That's intercepted by number 13, Shade.
Jarius Slade made the interception for the touchdown. The defensive back, 5'9", 180, red shirt freshman from Stockbridge, Georgia. So the red shirt freshman takes a big play for Miles, and now they're up 13-0 with 10:20 to go in the third quarter. Big play there by Shade, the freshman. As they set to kick off. Bradley Hamill will set to kick it. See if he just kind of line drives it. He does. Good kick. Ball's going to be at the 20. Now it's out to the 25, 30, 35. He's got room, does number 14 for Central State. Good run there. Green on a good run there for Central State. Gives them good field position. I like that run by Green. He it was brought down by Melton for Miles, but I like the run by Green. I really do. Grayson Green, 6'1" sophomore from Cleveland, went to Cleveland Heights High School. Said, let me get to the good side of the field where I can get outside and try to make a big play and stay away from the middle of the field, which is full of mud. 10:16 to go in the third quarter, 13-0. Miles over the Marauders. The Golden Bears trying to keep their conference record a perfect one, to go 4-0. There's a fumble by Williams, and he tried to give it to Lanier, and he fumbled it. But he's able to get back on it, fortunately for him.
Ball recovered by number 27, Lanier. Second down.
They're going to be second down now and long. It'll probably be 2nd and 12. And they'll place the ball on the 34-yard line. Central State just can't get anything going. Two to the far side, one to the near side. Lanier in the backfield with Williams, Delaney Brown on the near side. He fumbled it again, did Williams, but he's able to get it to Lanier, and he's able to scoot his way up to around the 38 is where they're going to mark him. Boy, if Lanier hadn't slipped a little, he might have gone a little further. Wasn't able to keep his footage in that part of the field. It's brought down by Matthews. Good tackle by Matthews. He at least slowed him down and finally brought him down. Lanier wasn't able to stay on his feet. 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Central State down 13-0 to Miles. Here on Flo Sports, stay with us. This one's not over. Long way to go, and a lot can happen, especially on this field today. Here's Williams. He'll roll out again. He's already thrown one interception for a touchdown. He's got a chance to run, though. 45, 50, 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Darrell Williams, the freshman. Fantastic play by Darrell Williams. The freshman from Cincinnati. 5'11". So Darrell Williams, a little bit of Cordell Stewart there, a little bit of slash as he plays jack of all trades for the Marauders. Long touchdown run makes it 13-6 with 8:34 to go in the third quarter, 63-yard touchdown run. Big play there. Now they attempt the all-important extra point. As Nunez will do it. Snap's pretty good. It's blocked, though. Excellent job on the block. Got in there and got it. Number 29, I believe, got it. Joe Tillis on the block. Great job by Joe Tillis. Was able to get around the end and get some good penetration and knock that kick down, and that's an important point that Central State's not going to have. So Joe Tillis keeps this a 7-point game. Defensive back, 6'2", 275-pound junior from Gadsden, Alabama. He went to Gadsden City High School. Let's see if I bet that's going to be a huge point in this contest. big-time block for Miles College. But Williams made a big-time 63-yard run to get his team right back in it. One-score game for the Marauders. Telling you, getting to the outside, getting to the perimeter where the footing is not near as bad as in the middle of the field is a key for these runners today. Nunez will kick it off. Pretty good kick despite having to kick it out of the mud. The ball is fumbled. It's picked up, though. Did he make a fair catch? Maybe he did do a fair catch signal. I didn't see it. But anyway, Miles will have it.
On the field that the receiving team player gave an invalid fair catch signal.
Oh, it was an invalid fair catch signal.
First down.
So it was an invalid fair catch. For Miles is now they'll take their offense on the field. They lead at 13-6, 8:34 to go in the third quarter. Darrell Williams on a 63-yard touchdown run.
First and 10, Miles College, after 25.
And until has blocked the extra point. So first and 10 on their own 25-yard line for Miles. Senior quarterback Daniel Smith. He'll hand it off to Edwards. Trying to get in the... Oh, great job by Edwards. He just ran over a defender. He's going to be marked on a 34-yard line. Stuck his nose to the grindstone and ran over Cunningham. Dante Edwards brought him down, but he ran over Cunningham. He just knocked Cunningham back. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 for Miles. Hard charging run there by Edwards, and you've got to do that as long as you can hold on to it with two hands and move them legs, especially in this mud. You got a chance to be successful on offense. 2nd and a yard. Smith in the gun. Fullback in motion. Handoff to... Oh, the ball is fumbled. Let's see who gets it. Boy, a big-time run there. Let's see who's got it under the pile. It's a big-time run by the ball carrier. And Central State's going to have it. Central State is going to have it. The Marauders' ball on Miles' 48-yard line. And turnovers are such a huge factor in this contest as we have a Miles players down. We have a Miles player down. Got an official's timeout. We'll see who that is.
Central State University, regionally accredited 1890 land-grant university with a 132-year tradition of preparing students from diverse backgrounds.
Get that to you as soon as we can. 7:40 to go in the quarter.
Fosters academic excellence with a nurturing environment, and it provides a strong liberal arts foundation and STEM agricultural curriculum leading to
Central State will take over on the Miles 48-yard line on the turnover. Ruiz fumbled the football. Lassiter forced the fumble. Brown was the injured player for Miles. We hope he's okay. 1st and 10 on the 48-yard line of Miles is Central State on the big play from Lassiter. It's got to be a penalty there. It is. Let's see who they call it on, though. That'll be interesting. You had Goodlow, and you had Coleman tangled up down there as Williams let it go deep. 7:34 to go in the third quarter. Miles leading Central State 13-6. Let's see what the official says here. We've got pass interference. It's going to be on Miles, so it's going to be on Coleman Jr. Here's another big play for Central State. Ever since that fumble on the opening drive of the second half, Central State is taking it to Miles with big plays. As the official almost, as one of the linesmen, official almost tumbled there trying to place the football down. 1st and 10 for Williams and company as he scoots up. He's trying to get to the for Central State. He tried to get up there and tried to get to the far sideline where the footing is better, but he wasn't able to do it. Good pursuit there by the Miles defense. Good job by the Golden Bears. It was brought down by Stevens on the play. Good play there by Stevens to wrap Williams up. It'll be about 2nd and 8. Ball on the 32-yard line for Central State. They're 32 yards away from potentially tying this football game with 6:55 to go in the third quarter. Metters comes in. Roberson comes out. Now 2 go in motion. Here's Williams on the Wildcat. He's picking his way, weaving his way. He got down to about let's see where the officials mark it as he's knocked down on the near side. See where they mark this at. Good job by Williams to pick his way down there. Let's see where they give it to him at. Going to give it to him about on the 27-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and short.
Third down.
3rd and short. As Coleman brought him down. Good play by Coleman to not let him get away. Come over for his cornerback position to make the play. Williams with Saffold. TJ. Here's Williams. Let's see, he's throwing it down the middle. He's got a man. Oh, but he was double covered, though. No chance there as Delaney Brown was trying to get it for 6. I thought he might try to get it to Greenlow on the slant there, and he decided not to throw it. He was open initially. So now it's going to be 4th down, and you're Central State. You got to go for it here. 4th and 4, maybe a long 3, and they're going to take a timeout and think about it. So 5:43 to go in the third quarter. Miles leading Central State 13-6 here on Flo Sports TV. This is SIAC Football, and we love to do it big, and I mean big, every week here on Flo Sports TV.
Just go to maraudersports.com or call 937.
Marauders have got to go for it here. I mean, why are you punting? There's no way. You're not going to punt it with field position like this. How many more times are you going to get a chance to get down here? But the good thing is they've got the better part of the field if they can get out of the mud right there on the line of scrimmage, and also where Williams is standing with Saffold. If he can get out of that mud and get the ball out on the perimeter to maybe Greenlow or Brown, then you're in business. The field is not as treacherous. So let's see what they dial up here. Big play here. Here's Williams rolling out. He's rolling out. He didn't get it. It was one-hopped. One-hopped it right to Greenlow, and Miles will go ahead and take over on downs. He had him open. He just didn't hit him.
Ball's turned over on downs. 1st and 10, Miles.
I thought for a second he might try to take off and run the first down, but a great job there. Great pursuit by the Central State defense to keep him pinned in, so he had to throw the football to Greenhow. 5:40 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for Miles on their own 27-yard line. Man in motion. Smith will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Edwards on the RPO, and Edwards is able to get himself out to about the 32-yard line. Good run. Brought down by Slaughter and Abrams. Kayleen Abrams has had one heck of a season. One heck of a football player. All SIAC conference. Kayleen Abrams. About 2nd and about 6 for Miles on their own 31-yard line. Trying to spread them out so they can run the football here. Edwards in the background. And he's going to get it. He fumbled the football. Yes, he did. Let's see who came up with it. He was careless on that. He took off before the ball really got in his chest. And now we're going to see who's got it. I think Miles has it. They do.
Fumble recovery by Miles College.
What a miracle for Miles on that play, because I thought Central State was getting it. I believe Freeman recovered his own football miraculously there. So now we got 3rd and long, 3rd and 6. Got to protect that football. Even if you don't get a first down, punting is not a bad play today. It's just not with these field conditions. The rain seems to have subsided a lot here, but the wind has picked up tremendously. As I can feel a little bit of it here in the broadcast booth. There's a snap to Smith. Handoff. He's going to be short. That's someone with a clean jersey there. So that's Streeter. I was wondering when Streeter was coming in this contest. He was nicked up. He's short of the first down, so it's going to be a 4th and 2, and they got a punt. Abrams on the tackle. Kayleen Abrams. What a heck of a football game he's played. I'm not surprised at all. It's a really good football player. Brown set to return for Central State. As Fitch will punt it away for Miles. 3:20 and the clock moving here in the 3rd quarter. They're up 13-6 here on Flo Sports TV. There's a snap. He's able to get it off. Great job there by Fitch on the quick kick. And the ball's going to die right there on the 32-yard line. Great job by Fitch. Those are huge plays in this football game. You think a punt's not a huge play, but it really is huge today. Field position and turnovers are really important. And they're caused by special teams. And good defense. Fantastic job getting away that punt. So let's see what the Marauders can do. They're about 69 yards away from tying it, and 3:06 to go in the 3rd, and they're down by 7 here on Flo Sports. There's a handoff, and ball carrier's not going anywhere. And we've got a flag on the play. That might help out, as that ball carrier was TJ Saffold. I think we're going to get a penalty. It's going to be on Miles. McNeil brought him down, but I think the flag is on him. Saffold's one happy camper. He kept shaking his head, signaling face mask. We'll see. Saffold's like, I'll take 15 yards today any way I can get it. There is no foul on the play. And Saffold is not a happy camper, and I can't blame him. I saw a face mask, but oh well. Saffold's like, I need any yard I can get today. Give me 15 now. That put the ball near midfield. Just tough sledding for him today. So it's going to be 2nd and long for Central State, and they've been in 2nd and long a lot today, especially in the first half. 2nd and 13 on their own 28-yard line. And we've got a penalty, and I think it's going to be a legal procedure on Central State. And it is. So that's going to send them back 5 more. Got to stop making penalties.
False start. Number 73. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 18. Not a lot of plays in the playbook for 2nd and 18 in these weather conditions. Of course, your playbook has been trimmed greatly with the conditions on the field unless you can get that ball on the perimeter. Williams waiting for it in the gun. Ball on the 22-yard line. Got to get to the 41. So it's 19 yards ago. There's a handoff. Trying to pick his way there was the ball carrier. You couldn't able to do it. He's dropped right there. Ball carrier was TJ Saffold. He tried to pick his way out of that, and there was no way he was getting out of there.
Saffold, the carrier.
It's going to be 3rd and long. Good pursuit there by Miles. Here's Williams trying to go deep. He was double covered. Was Brown. Covered by the corner Coleman and came over from his safety position. 27, Maxwell Wells. Good job. Good safety play there. Don't want anything behind you, especially when you're only down by 6 points. Or when you're ahead by 6 points with 1:50 to go in the third quarter. Don't let anybody behind you. Now left to punt it away does Central State as Isaiah Smith is on. Set to return is Kadarius Brown. Better hurry up and get it off. He barely did. Here's Brown with it, 45, 50. He fell right there in a 49. I thought he would go the other way and try to come down to the drier part of the field. He chose to go that way. And he slipped and fell down on the 49. So that's where Miles will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 49 with 1:42 to go in the third quarter here on Flo Sports TV. Another big SIAC Western Division Conference game. Miles controls their own fate. They win today. In 2 weeks, they've got a big showdown. Could be for the Western Division crown against Tuskegee. We'll have it for you. In the gun is Smith. He's going to hand it off to Streeter, and he's not going anywhere. Beautiful tackle there. Just wrapped him up, nowhere to go. Stevens, the freshman, really playing a really good game. Wow. 2nd and 14. Great penetration. 13. Great penetration. Ball on the 46. He just see ball, get ball there. Oh, I think Central State's going to be offsides. Got a free play for Smith. Couple of flags on the field. The pass is incomplete. We'll see what they call here. But at least Smith had the wherewithal to go ahead and throw it because he thinks he had a free play. Of course, number 28 for Central State says, no. Avery Sanders says, no, that penalty's on Miles. We'll see who's correct. 1:02 to go in the quarter. Miles up 13-6. Here we go. We'll wait for the officials' call. Offsides on Central State. Personal foul. Chop block on Streeter. All penalties offset. Repeat the down. Well, each team was correct. There was a penalty on the play. It just happened to be a penalty on each team. So Sanders was correct, but he forgot one of his own teammates was offside. So it'll be 2nd and long, 2nd and 13. Ball on the 46. Smith in the gun. Hands off to Streeter, 50, 45. Oh, he leaped down to about the 43 to try to get that first down. I like the effort there by Streeter.
Marked down at the 44, 3rd down.
They're going no huddle, and they're going quick. They're going to try to. Stevens again made the tackle. He saved the first down. No doubt about it. Streeter had other ideas. He was ready to get that and then some more. 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. We'll see what Smith does. Clock is at 12, the play clock. Now it's at 10. 16 to go in the quarter. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. He'll hand it off to Streeter. He slips right there on the 44, and he's down right there on the 43. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter with Miles leading Central State 6-0. You're listening to the SIC Football on Flo Sports TV. Getting ready to start here the fourth quarter. The 4th down and short for Miles. They're going to go ahead and go for it here on the Central State 43-yard line. Big play here. Big play from the Marauders D to get the ball back. They're down by 7, 13-6. Here's Smith. He's going to keep it. Quarterback keeper, and he got it. First down. He got it. Right down the 40-yard line of Central State. First down. Daniel Smith on a quarterback keeper. There was no doubt he was keeping it there. So critical first down for Miles, as they'll keep the ball and the clock will keep on moving here in the fourth quarter. They're 1 quarter away from keeping their perfect conference record intact. And he's got Martin in the background to Smith. He's got 2 on the near side, 2 on the far side. So Martin's in the game. He's going to get his jersey really dirty really quick, as he's going to get it now. And there he goes. Actually, I was fooled on that one. It was a good pass by Smith. I was watching Martin try to get his jersey dirty, and 87 caught the pass for a first down. Well, it's going to be second and short. Fagan. Stevens on the tackle. Well, I was fooled there. That won't be the first time, or it will be the last. Second and short. So I'm waiting for Martin to get his jersey dirty. Let's see if he does get it dirty on this play. Might as well. Everybody else's jersey's dirty. Oh, they tried to hand it off to him, and he lost it. Now his jersey is dirty, as he went down in the muck to recover the fumble.
Fumble recovery by Miles.
Now it's going to be third and long. Third and about 6. 13-15 to go in the third quarter. Clock is definitely the enemy now for the Marauders. They need the ball back, and they need a touchdown and an all-important extra point. And based on the field conditions, that's not a guarantee today. So Martin went in for a couple plays, and that's it. You're out. You fumble the football, we'll bring somebody else in there. I believe that is Ruiz. And it is. And he'll get it. No, he won't. Nice fake there by Smith. He's trying to get to the far side of the field. He's got no chance. He's wrapped up right there. Great tackle there by number 28, Avery Sanders. Great tackle. He wasn't fooled. And now it's going to be fourth and long. Boy, Avery Sanders on an open field tackle, that was textbook. I said, you're not getting away from me. And Miles, you got to play the field position game here and punt it away. And they're going to do it. Of course they are. We're going to bring in Jay Fitch and see if they can pin him inside the 10. But the all-important snap is to come, and it has not been easy for each team today. That ball is slick. Wind's still picking up, but it's not raining as hard. He's got it. Just got it off. Greenhow, wait for it. He's not going to go get it. And a ball stopped right there, down right there on the 5-yard line. Wise decision by Greenhow. So now Central State's got 95 tough yards to go. Down 13-6 and 11:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. A lot of football left. Don't go away here on Flow Sports. Let's see what the Marauders can do here on offense. There's Williams. He'll hand it off. Trying to get it out the outside's the ball carrier. That's Saffold, and TJ got about to the 8. Brought down by a couple of defenders there for Miles College. 53 was one of them. We got a player slowly trying to get up. He's one of the players that tried to make the tackle. We don't know who that is. We've got an official's timeout. 57, Thomas is the one that's getting up slow. He was in on the tackle too. So Thomas will jog off the field, thankfully for him. Hopefully he's okay. And we're ready to go. 11:15 to go in the quarter. Second and about 7 from the 9. Here's Williams. He better get rid of it. Oh, he's down. Sacked. Great job by Coleman Jr. coming over from his cornerback position to get him blindside. It's a good thing Williams held on the football there. That would have been disaster. Actually, Smiley's the one that brought him down. I thought it was Coleman. So Smiley made it. So now it's 3rd and forever. Ball's on their own 2-yard line. They've got to get to the 15 for the first down. Here's Williams rolling out. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Brown. On the coverage there was Coleman. So now it'll be 4th down, and they got to punt out of their own end zone, and that is dangerous in this situation. You're Miles. You're coming after it. You're coming after it here. There is no doubt about it. They're going to come after it. I mean, even if you don't get it, it's not going to be a great punt. It's going to be a tough. He's standing right there in the back of the end zone. Is Isaiah Smith. A lot of pressure on Smith to get this punt off. And without standing in the back of the end zone, high snap, he did a great job getting off. Miles is going to get great field position as Brown wisely lets it go. And the ball's going to drop in a slop right there at the 46-yard line. So that's where Miles will take over. They're up by 7, 13-6 with 10:15 to go here in the 4th quarter on Flow Sports. This is SIAC Football, and it's time to do it big week after week after week here on Flow Sports TV. Couple games for you next week. Morehouse is at Albany State at 2 o'clock. Kentucky State is at Miles at 6 p.m. Speaking of Miles, they have the football. They've got it on the Central State 36-yard line. Tight end in motion. Here's a handoff. Ruiz. Down right there. He's not going anywhere. Host Marauders brought him down.
Ruiz with the carry.
Looks like Abrams is one of them. I can't pick out the other two. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 on the 36. Great pursuit by the Marauders defensive line. They won that battle big time on that play. 9:45 to go. Time is going to become precious here shortly. Central State trying to stay in the conference race. They desperately need a win today. Smith standing in the muck on the 41-yard line. So waiting for the signal from the sidelines. He'll bark it out. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Tight end in motion. Hand off to Ruiz. Ruiz is met right at the line of scrimmage. A fantastic tackle by Stevens. Wow. That is picture perfect. For a freshman. A Streeter on the carry. I apologize.
3rd down.
Now that his jersey's full of mud, I can't tell his numbers neither. We're just we're just doing the best we can here with it. $8:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 3rd and 10 for Miles. Martin comes back into the ball game. Smith in the gun, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. They're up by 7 is Miles College. The Golden Bears trying to stay in first place in the West. Fake RPO pass by Smith short. Intended for...
Pass attempt is incomplete. 4th down.
86, that's Tinch. So the pass is incomplete, and Miles will have to punt it. Great job by the Central State defense. They were not fooled by the RPO, or the RPP in that case. Run, pass, pass. So now set to punt is Fitch. He can pin Central State inside their 10. That would be huge for them. No, it's not a good snap at all. It's bobbled. He couldn't get it away. He lost it out of his. He tried to punt it. He lost it. Number 8, he picked it up for Central State. That is Tyree. That was Robert Corbin Jr. Tyree. So, Corbin's got it. And wow, does Central State all of a sudden have fantastic field position with 8:28 to play in the fourth, and potentially instead of having the ball inside their own 10, they're going to get it on their own 37-yard line. That is huge. Your Central State, now's the time to get something done. You need a big play by Williams. You got one earlier on a 63-yard touchdown run. You get one of these, you're going to try an extra point to tie it. This would be from 63 yards out, ironically. Now we've got officials blowing their whistle here. It's a delay of game on Central State, and that is not what you need if you're the Marauders here. Now it's 1st and 15, and the ball's on the 32. Now you're 68 yards away from tying it. And the clock is your biggest enemy right now, along with the 11 Miles players on the field. You got to get something going here. They haven't gotten a lot all day on offense, except for the 63-yard touchdown run by Williams. There's a bad snap. Williams is able to get it. He rolls out, trying to get away from the defender. He does. He's trying to cut upfield, and he's knocked out of bounds on the far side at about the 38-yard line.
Williams with the carry.
Just no chance once he fumbled. He did a fantastic job of recovering and be able to make something out of nothing. Nice job by Williams. No panic at all. For a freshman, that's fantastic. So now we have a stoppage of play here. I think they're going to have to get the chains right. They finally do. It's going to. Yeah, we got to get. Okay, you got to get the down and distance correct here. Should be 2nd down. 2nd and about 9. As soon as we get that correct, we're ready to go. 7:32 to go in the fourth quarter. 13-6, Golden Bears over the Marauders. It's a fake handoff to Saffold. Going deep is Williams. He's got Brown. 25, 20, 15, 10. Dragging a defender with him. Still dragging one. Still dragging. Did he get in? Touchdown! Delaney Brown. Big play, Central State. They're an extra point away from tying it. No penalty flags. Wow. He found streaking Delaney Brown on a post, and he drilled it. And Brown galloped his way down to the 10 and then carried everybody else in the end zone for a touchdown. That, to me, is a highlight play. That's a top 10 play, if you ask me. Spectacular play. Delaney Brown, the man of the hour. Delaney Brown, the 6'3", 195 junior out of Youngstown, Ohio, went to Hocking Community College and transferred here. They're going for 2. They're going to try to take the lead. Oh, we've got an official timeout here. Let's see who did call timeout. Officials whistle. Let's see who it's on. Who made the timeout? Miles made the timeout. 13-12. Miles leading Central State. 7:09 to play in the fourth. Stay with us here on Flo Sports TV. 2 big plays by Central State here in the second half. One was a 63-yard touchdown scramble run by Darius Williams. This one here, I believe, was a 68-yard touchdown pass. We'll get the final stats on that momentarily to make it 13-12. Huge play. 2 big plays, are right back in the football game. And this Central State defense, you can't say enough about it in the second half. They have been up to the task. Let's see what they do. Do they go for it and try to take the lead or kick the extra point? A lot of time left. But they're going to go ahead and go for it. Williams and company is on the field. Greenhow on the near side. Delaney Brown, the man responsible for getting it within 1 on the far side. Metters is there. Saffold is there. And Williams is going to get the snap, and he does. He rolls out. He's looking. He's looking for Brown. He's going to have to throw it away. And he does. He had to throw it away. He tried to keep the ball in the back of the corner of the end zone, but he ended up throwing it away. You don't want to throw an interception. If it's not there, just throw it away because they can take it back. They can take it back for 2 points. So they didn't get the 2-point conversion, so it stands 13-12. Miles with 7:09 to play in the fourth. You don't want to throw an interception there because they can take it back for 2. So if you throw it out of bounds, at least they don't get the interception. You don't get the extra point, but they don't get a chance to return it for 2. All of us here in the broadcast booth thought the weather would be a huge factor today. It has been. The rain has subsided, but the wind has been a big factor, and the field is full of mud between the 30s. But there is some parts of the field that you can make plays on. And Central State is the one that has done that in this second half. Central State was down 13-0. And now it's 13-12 with 7:09 to play. So they're going to have to hold it here for the kicker, Nunez. There's the kick. Ball's caught on the 20, 25, 30, out to the 35-yard line. On the near sideline, that is Martin on the return. And Martin did a good job. He made something out of nothing. Got it out to the 35. That's really good field position. If you're Miles, you want to get first down and move the clock. If you're Central State, you want 3 and out. Or you'll take a turnover, which is highly probable today. Got a penalty on the play, though. It's false start. So it'll be 5 yards before the end of the run. It'll be first down. So they'll get it on the 40 instead. So 1st and 10 for Smith and company, up by just 1. There's a handoff to Edwards. He's going to weave his way to about the 43, maybe the 44. We'll see if they spot it. Shamir Moss on the tackle. Shamir Moss, number 15, defensive end, 6'2", 245 senior out of Columbus. He transferred from Kent State University. Shamal Moss. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Ball on the 44. Smith in the gun. He's got Edwards with him. He's going to hand it off to him. Out to the 48, still moving his legs. Got down about the 49. They're going to mark it on the 48. It's going to be 3rd and short for Miles, and this is a colossal 3rd down play for Miles. A colossal play. You have 5:55 remaining in the 4th quarter, and you're up by 1 precious point, 13-12. You're Central State. This is the biggest play on defense you've had all day up to this point. You've got to stop them. 3rd and 2 from the 48. Smith in the gun. Got Tyree on the near side. Got Lee on the far side. Got Edwards in the background. Got Harvey, the fullback, standing right in front of him. He's in the gun. Play clock's at 8. Got to hurry. Play clock's at 3. He got it off. He got it to Edwards. Edwards is short. I think he's short. I think he's going to be marked short. Abrams brought him down. Great play by Abrams to hold him short. He is short. Now you've got a big-time decision. What do you do here with 5:01 to play and you're up by 1 point and you've got 4th and, say, less than a yard to go for the first down? Do you punt the ball away and play field position? Or do you go for it here, get the first down, and take a few minutes off the clock? And they're going for it. Big play here. Another big play. Another biggest play of the game. There's been plenty of them so far, but this one will be the biggest play to this point. See if they try to draw them off sides. They're stacking that box. Maybe they'll play action. Smith is looking. Got to hurry. You got 12 on the play clock. Maybe you try to draw them off. Stay disciplined if you're Central State here. They hand it off. He didn't get it. No way, no how. He didn't get it. Edwards is stopped short. Kayleen Abrams, who could see that coming, made the tackle. All SIAC conference. Just a heck of a football player. He said, nope, not today. And now Central State will take over with 4:30 remaining. And they're down by 1. They got a shot to win this ball game. For Miles, you've got to win this game to keep your perfect record intact. Can you do it? We're about to find out. Ball on the 48. Goodhow on the near side. Brown on the far side. Handed off to Saffold. Saffold picking his way, and he's down to the 45. Brought down by a couple there. Brought down by...
Gain of 3 on the play, second down.
Brought down, by number 30 of Miles. I know 30 made one. Ozzie Williams Jr. was in on the tackle. He got a little help from one of his friends. So it's going to be about 2nd and 7 on the Saffold 3-yard run. Here's Williams rolling to his left. He's going to take off. He's not going anywhere, though. Great pursuit by number 57 of Miles. Great play there as he took him out of bounds, and Williams couldn't get anywhere, and that was Jalen Thomas. Great job by Thomas there. So Thomas brought him down. Big play by Thomas, a redshirt junior from Alabama. 3rd and 7, big play here. 3 and 32 to go in the 4th. Central State down by 1. 13-12 against Miles. Big play for the Marauders. Got to have it. Williams rolls out. Williams looking. He's going to take off. He's going to be well short of the first down. Great pursuit by the Golden Bears there. They dropped him at the 46. Shea did a great job of bringing him down there, no doubt about it. Big play there by Shea, who's had a couple of big plays in this ball game, and he just made the biggest one at this moment. Let's see what they do. Do they punt the ball away? I would think you've got 2 timeouts and 2:50 to play. What do? That's a big decision. Now you waste a timeout thinking about it. Now you have 1 timeout left. So now I'm thinking if you wasted the timeout, you're going for it. Because if you don't and you punt it away, they can almost run out the clock. Because there's only 1 timeout remaining. You've got to go for it now. By calling this timeout, the Marauders have forced themselves to go for it here. So, it's been a great game. I've really enjoyed it here on Flow Sports. Appreciate everyone and their hospitality. It's been terrific to work for. Really had a good time coming up from Atlanta to do this ball game. I'll have Tuskegee and Miles for you in 2 weeks. Let's see how big of a contest that is. And this 250 is going to determine how big that game really is. They are going to go ahead and punt it away with only 1 timeout remaining. So they're not going to get much time on the clock. by punting it away. You've only got one timeout. But they decided to punt it away. Now Isaiah Smith will punt it. No, they fake it. Did he get it? He did. Unbelievable. He got it. Number 50. Unbelievable. Darius Thomas got the first down on the fake.
First down.
Wow, I didn't see that coming. And neither did Miles. Wow. Now we've got 2:35 and the clock's ticking. You've got first down and 10. The ball on the Miles 34-yard line. Boy, I'll tell you what, in these conditions, wouldn't it be something else if this game came down to a field goal? If you're Central State, you're holding your breath. You don't want the field goal. You want 6. You do not want to kick a field goal here. Unless it's from, 20 yards or less, and you're still holding your breath. So let's see what they do with it. Williams in the gun. Williams looking, near side, pass complete to Brown. And he's wrestled right down there at the 32-yard line by number 28, Nictavious Floyd. Great play by Nictavious Floyd not to let him get away. 1:50, the clock moving. 1:45, the clock moving. 13-12, Miles over Central State. Coming right down to the end. Williams barking the signals out. Got to hurry. You've got a bunch formation on the near side, 2 on the far side. I wonder if you're going to see some type of quarterback run here. Spread them out and take off. No, he's going to throw the screen to Saffold. 30, 25, still on his feet. He got the first down, I believe. Yes, he did. First down on the 21 of Miles. Screen pass to Saffold.
Saffold, good for a Central State first down.
Pushed out there by Maxwell Wells, number 27 of Miles. Time moving. 1:19. The clock stopped, actually. Went out of bounds. Sorry about that. 1:19 to go. In a bunch formation. 3 on the near side, 2 on the far side. Williams with it. He's looking. He's going for 6. It's out, incomplete. Boy, I thought he was going. I thought for sure he was going to take off when he had that amount of time. He had a little bit of opening in the middle of the field. 1:14 to go. Miles up, hanging on by 1 precious point. 2nd and 10 for Central State. They're 21 yards away from winning this football game and getting themselves back in the conference game race, only 1 game out. And who knows what the weather's going to bring the rest of the year. Might get a muck game every week, just playing in the mud every week. Central State will take it if they win. They'll play every week in the mud if they win this one. Here's Williams rolling out. 20. Got him right there. First down. Caught at the 8-yard line on the far side. Delaney Brown. First and goal. 1:08 to play in the 4th. Central State 8 yards away from pay dirt. Let's see where they mark it, actually. Going to mark it on the 10. So it's going to be on the 10. All right. 10 yards to go. Williams in the gun. He's throwing it in the end zone. It's got to be pass interference, but the ball is not catchable. Probably it's not. Boy, defender was hanging all over him. Pass incomplete. That was intended for Brown, too. So 2nd and goal. It comes down to 3 plays with 54.9 to play in the 4th. And Central State down by 1 against Miles. What are they going to do if they have to attempt a field goal? Do they just fake it too? They already faked a punt, but they're not going to fake a field goal with a game on the line. Well, maybe. You get it in, you don't have to worry about the field goal. Here's Williams. He's looking. Pass is caught. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, man, Fagan had it. Fagan was thinking, no, he was thinking pay dirt. Actually,
incomplete. Third down.
It was Tyree Robinson, pass incomplete to. I'm sorry. That was Robinson. He was thinking pay dirt. Apologize for that. Here's Williams with it. Avoids a defender, still kept on his feet by his hand, and now he's dragged down. Big play. That was by
Williams with a carry
Thomas, big play by Jalen Thomas. Clock moving, 35 seconds to play. It's 4th down. What do you do here? You've got one timeout. You got to call it and talk about it. And they do. They call timeout to talk about it. 27.6 to play. You're down by 1. It's 4th down and goal. It's 4th and goal. Do you try a field goal in these conditions, or do you go for a touchdown? That's a tough decision to make on a head coach. That's a tough decision to make. I would not be the one wanting to make that decision. Cedric Pearl has a big decision. It'll be the biggest decision he's made so far this year. What does he do? Does he kick it? And it's a long field goal in these conditions. I don't know what the odds are. You know, you're going to rely on your kicker, or do you go for it, throw it up in the end zone, and see what happens? It came down to this play with 27.6 to play. Miles up on Central State, 13-12. Let's see what they're going to do. I think they're going for it. No, they're not. They're bringing in the kicker. They're bringing him in. They're bringing him in. Nunez, you can be the absolute hero here. 34 yards in the mud. If you do it, Central State's 1 game behind in the West. If not, Miles has a perfect season thus far. In the conference play, they're 6-1 overall. 2 timeouts left for Miles. Do they try to ice him? I bet they're going to try to ice him. We're going to see. Let's see if they try to ice him here. 34 yards away from victory. And they did. They called timeout. So they'll have 1 remaining, does Miles. 27.6 left. Been one heck of a ball game.
The Rider Nation basketball season is right around the corner. The men's and women's basketball programs, they look forward to the
what a game here on Flow Sports TV. First, right now, Miles College, we'll take a look at some stats while we're waiting. 11 first downs for Miles, 8 for Central State, 178 rushing yards for Miles, 114 for Central State. But you know what? You can look at all the stats you want, but it comes down to this 34-yard field goal. And Central State was down 13-0 in this contest. Let's see if they can pull it off. 34 yards away. All the pressure on Nunez. Well, pressure on the center and the holder. I can't tell who the holder is. His jersey's covered full of mud. Here it is. Snap's good. It's up and it is good. It's good. It's good. He just made it over the crossbar. 21.7 to play. It was almost blocked, and he got it over the crossbar. And I'm not kidding. He got it over by a yard. 1 yard. This game has come down to 1 yard over a crossbar. He got it. And it's 15-13. Marauders with 21.7 to play. It's not over. Still time left. It's not over. I mean, he barely made it by a yard over that bar. I wish I could see that again, because he just barely went over the yard. Yeah! You did? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take a look at the replay here, and it was over by a yard. I mean, when I say a yard, I mean a yard. This is incredible. I thought it was short from Jump Street. He just almost got it blocked, and then just barely over the crossbar. Now, plenty of time left. This is not over. I have seen stranger things happen. 21.7 left. A bedlam right now. In the mud. Nunez right now is a hero. Squib kick. Ball coming down to 30. Fell down to get it. Was Fagan. Oh, they pitch it. Pitch to Tyree, and he's down right at the 30. Let him, if you're Central State, you got to let him go. You don't want to get a penalty. 12.4 left. So Martin pitched it to Tyree, and Tyree's down at 30. 70 yards from pay dirt is Miles with only 12.4 to go, and they do have one timeout remaining. If you're Central State, how many are you rushing in this case? I'm thinking 3. Drop everybody back and keep everybody in front of you. We shall see. Daniel Smith, the senior. 12 seconds left. Anything can happen. We just saw a 34-yard field goal in the mud. Just barely go over the crossbar. What's next? You never know. Smith in the gun. 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. He's got Edwards with him as a tailback. Looking to throw deep. Smith steps up. Pass is incomplete. 7.9 to go, and he had him. He had McNeely on the post. He had McNeely streaking down the middle of the field, and he missed him. Boy, McNeely could have been the hero had he caught the football, because he had him. Had him streaking right down the middle of the field. 7.9 to play now. Wow. How many do they rush if you're Central State? 3, 4 max. 1 timeout left. You still got a chance. You might have time. If you can get it to the 50, you can call timeout for a Hail Mary. Let's see. Ball's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. So now should be about 3.5 to play. They may put a half a second back on the clock because the pass was incomplete at 4 seconds. It's knocked down by Dante Marshall. He has had one heck of a ball game. Well, it comes down to this play here. You need a miracle here. Need a 70-yard miracle. You need a Miles miracle. We saw a miracle. We've seen miracles before, and Miles needs one now. A Miles miracle. 70 yards away. Here's Smith. Step back. Rolls out. Being chased in pursuit. Gets away. 30. 40. 45. He's tackled. That's a ball game. That's it. Central State wins it. They win it. And Avery Sanders is the one that made the tackle, and he's tumbling in the mud. You got to love it. Look at them all in the middle of the field.
And the final score.
Final score.
Miles College 13.
Central State wins it 15-13 over Miles, down 13-0 in the second half. You're listening to SIAC Football on Flo Sports Television. We'll be back with a post game shortly. Welcome back to McPherson Stadium. Your final score. Central State won it 15-13 over Miles College. Miles moves to 6-2. Central State moves to 3-5. Miles is now 3-1 in SIAC play, and Central State is 2-2. Miles is 3-1. 1 game behind Miles. A huge win for Central State. They won it on a 34-yard field goal, as we'll take a look at it. Here it is. I mean, it was almost blocked, and it went just over the crossbar. Look at this. I mean, this is a yard, and it was good. And Nunez is the hero. Nunez is the absolute hero today. Joshua Nunez did it. He gave Central State the win. Let's go over your scoring summary. 12:50 mark of the second quarter. Daniel Smith rushed for a 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point was no good. 6-0. Miles over Central State. That was the score at the half. The 10:24 mark of the third quarter, Miles made it 12-0. Williams' pass was intercepted by Shade Jarius at the 27-yard line, and Shade Jarius returned it 27 yards for a Miles defensive touchdown. It was 12-0. The Brady Hamill extra point was good. At the 8:34 mark of the third quarter, a big play. 2 of them for Miles in the second half. Darius Williams went for 63 yards, to the house and made it 13-6. And the extra point, or the conversion, was no good. They actually went for 2. Then, here it is. Made it 13-12 at the 7:09 mark. Williams threw a pass to Delaney Brown. He went 62 yards for the distance. Made it 13-12. And then with just 21 seconds left, Joshua Nunez, the hero, from 34 yards out, barely over the crossbar, and Central State beats Miles 15-13. That's your final score. I really enjoyed it. I'll have a game for you in 2 weeks. Miles versus Tuskegee. Next week here on Flow Sports. This is SIAC Football. It's always time to do it big. You've got games Morehouse at Albany State at 2 p.m. and Kentucky State and Miles at 6 p.m. I'm Todd Corder. Glad to bring it to you. Once again, your final score from McPherson Stadium. Central State wins it on a 34-yard field goal with 21 seconds left, and they win it 15-13. You're listening to SIAC Football on Flow Sports. Good evening, everyone.